At the beginning of the story, our main character Chuyun says, "I have worked extremely hard my entire life. In the sect, I was nothing more than an ordinary disciple. I tried everything to change my fate, every possible method I could find. But even after 3 years of harsh effort, nothing changed. Even today I am bullied. Even today I am worthless. I cannot do anything to fight back. And even when my system finally appeared before me, it told me that misfortune is written in my destiny, and because of this cursed fate, I only have 1 month left to live. Now that I know luck will never save me, I will no longer trust fate. I accept that I was not born lucky, but others were. So if God didn't give me opportunities, I will simply steal them from others. People say stealing is wrong. But if stealing can make you the greatest being in the world, then maybe it's not that bad. This is my story, the story of a Chuyun. You may call me a thief, a survivor, or even the greatest immortal in history. The man who rose from nothing to become a supreme hero. Want to know how I escaped death and climbed to the top? Then listen carefully. This is my journey. The story starts with a Chuyun, our protagonist, explaining, "It has been a full 3 years since I came to this world. When I first opened my eyes here, a group of kids surrounded me and bullied me for being weak. It didn't take me long to understand why. I was born with a 3rd-grade low-quality body that was completely useless for cultivation. In this world of immortals, that meant progressing was impossible for me. But I believed that one day, I would awaken a system. So I kept working day and night, waiting for that moment. After 3 years of hard work, I was still just a janitor cleaning the sect grounds. Suddenly, a blue light flashes before him. Wait, is this my system? Finally! I've been waiting for this moment for so long. From today onward, I can finally enjoy life. Power, money, women, everything a system promises. But instead the system says, name, a Chuyun. Fate, cursed by Hell King. Prognosis, within 1 month your life will end. But there is one way to survive. Within that time, reach the nascent soul realm. If you fail, your sect will expel you, thieves on the street will try to rob you, and when they realize you're even poorer than them, they will pity you and kill you. Your death will be pathetic and meaningless. Hearing this, a Chuyun faints. When he wakes up, he mutters to himself, "So I only have 1 month left. Maybe if I try something bold, I can change my fate. Maybe I can become powerful too." Just then, a commotion starts nearby. The sword warrior is coming. A Chuyun thinks, sword warrior? Are they talking about senior brother Xiao? The gates open, and everyone cheers as senior brother Xiao Pingtian enters. He is a stage 9 netherworld realm cultivator, one of Lua's sect's elite disciples. Suddenly, a Chuyun feels something strange. He can see people's destinies. Wait! I can see not only my own, but others' fates too. I can literally read their destiny. Nearby disciples whisper in awe. Senior brother Xia is insanely powerful. His sword can cut mountains in 1 strike. A few days ago, a disciple offended him. They found the poor guy's body deeply buried in the mountains. Everyone knows Xiao killed him, but the sect elders said nothing, only warned him not to kill so openly next time. A Chuyun stares at Xiao Pingtian and says to himself, "This guy looks amazing. Let's see what fate has planned for him." The system activates and reveals Xiao Pingtian, chosen of the heavens. His destiny is filled only with blessings. By the end of his life, he will sit on the throne of the great emperor. His sword will become so powerful it can kill millions in 1 strike. His killing intent will reach divine levels, beyond what mortals can endure. Eventually, he will obtain the position of a god. A turning point is coming soon. During a childhood mission, he will find a grade 5 spiritual herb. Consuming it will help him break through to the next realm. A Chuyun clenches his fist. So he's the one blessed by destiny. And what about me? Am I just a background filler in his story? Then he thinks, that grade 5 herb, it's extremely rare. If I reach there before him, maybe I can change my destiny. I finally understand how to use my system. Even if my fate is rotten, I still have one powerful option. I can steal the fate of others. Sorry, Brother Xiao, but that herb is mine now. A Chuyun runs toward Bei Peak, determined to find it before Xiaoping Tian. If I eat it first, my destiny will finally change. No more bowing, no more bullying. My rise begins today. He quickly consumes the herb on the spot. He mutters, "Ugh, it tastes off. But I can't worry about that now. I need to absorb its power immediately." After a short moment of focused meditation, a Chuyun thinks excitedly, "I did it. I broke through. In an instant, I leapt 3 whole stages. I've reached the nascent soul realm. The system said this would take a whole month, but I did it in just 1 hour. Now I don't need to worry about dying anytime soon." Just then Xiaoping Tian arrives, shouting, "Hey boy! What are you doing here?" A Chuyun panics. So coming here really was in his destiny. The moment I arrived he came too, just like fate said. As a Chuyun turns around, he freezes in shock. Xiaoping Tian's destiny has changed again. The system reveals. Although Xiaoping Tian's ultimate fate remains unchanged, his life's turning point has shifted. While returning home after today's mission, near Nazen Peak River, he will notice something strange. Investigating it, he will obtain a spiritual weapon. The Cold Flame Sword. Obtaining it will further strengthen his destiny, a Chuyun mutters bitterly. Unbelievable. This guy is basically the god of luck. I don't get even one opportunity, and he's drowning in them. I always thought people exaggerated when they said luck is everything, but now I see it's true. If destiny favors you, even an idiot can become a hero. Then a Chuyun pretends to act casual and says loudly, "Senior brother, I was just cultivating here. I reached the nascent soul realm a short while ago, so I came here to stabilize my energy. Truly, no other reason." Xiaoping Tian replies coldly, "Oh really? Fine then, leave. I promised my master I wouldn't kill people casually anymore. That's the only reason you're still alive. I have no particular reason to kill you, but I feel like it. So before my mind changes, get out." A Chuyun politely says, "Senior brother, are you heading toward Yunja Pavilion?" Xiaoping Tian glares angrily. "What does it matter to you where I go?" A Chuyun smiles nervously. "Oh, nothing, brother. It's just that the path passes by Nazen Peak, and because of the recent rains, the road is quite bad. I was only saying that if you go that way, your clothes might get dirty." Xiaoping Tian scoffs. "You didn't need to tell me that. I'm flying anyway." He mounts his sword and flies away. A Chuyun smiles inwardly. What a huge idiot. If he had gone on foot, he would have seen that sword in the river, and I would have never been able to take it. But because of that tiny misdirection, he flew right over it. He laughs darkly. "Xiaoping Tian, from today onward, your fate belongs to me. You are officially my primary target." The scene shifts to Nazen Peak, near the waterfall. A Chuyun thinks, "The water here is strange, sometimes it feels boiling hot, and sometimes cold like ice. That means the Cold Flame Sword must be somewhere nearby." A few moments later, he sees something shining underwater. It is the sword. He struggles to pull it out, using all his strength. After several attempts, he finally succeeds. A Chuyun explains, "In the Kingman continent there are many types of weapons. The primary types are mortal weapons, spiritual weapons, treasure weapons, and magical weapons. Each type is divided into 3 grades, low, middle, and high. The Lujian sect has only one high-grade magical weapon, and they never use it unless it's an extremely important emergency. Most elders keep low-grade magical weapons for their regular fights. The weapon I just found, the Cold Flame Sword, is a low-grade magical weapon." A Chuyun proudly holds the sword and says, "Even though it's a low-grade weapon, its power is incredible. I can already feel my strength rising. My whole body feels stronger. Now that I've reached the nascent soul realm and obtained such a powerful sword, I must have completely changed my fate. In the future, I will truly become a great cultivator." He eagerly asks his system, System, show me, what does my future look like now? The system replies, a Chuyun man struggled his whole life, and his efforts improved his life. But during a lifter battle, his enemy knocked him down. His body shattered into pieces, and he died a horrible death. A major turning point is coming soon in your life. Within 1 month, an enemy will kill you. Your death will be so painful that not even your body will be found. A Chuyun man is shocked. What is happening? I already changed my fate. I became stronger. I even got this sword. Then why is it still saying that I will die within a month? While he is still processing the news, he suddenly hears someone screaming nearby. He quickly turns around. This voice, this is Xiaoyu. That bastard always creates trouble in our sect. He has bullied me many times just because of his brother's name. Who is he bothering this time? Inside a dark forest, a terrified girl is running, shouting, "Please help me! Someone save me! These monsters won't stop chasing me!" Xiaoyu laughs wickedly. Scream as much as you want. In this dark forest, no one is coming to save you. With an evil grin, he begins tearing her clothes. He smirks nastily. Don't be scared, we'll take very good care of you. You'll start enjoying this soon, so stop pretending. Just then, a Chuyun appears from the side and kicks Xiaoyu hard in the chest. A Chuyun shouts, "You're attacking a weak girl, aren't you ashamed? How do you even call yourselves men? Honestly, I've never seen trash as filthy as you." Angry, Xiaoyu yells, "You bastard Qian! Looks like you don't want to live anymore. Do you even know who my brother is? If you don't get lost right now, I swear you'll regret it." Xiaoyu's follower steps forward and says, "Brother, leave him to us. After 1 hit, he won't even be able to stand. Let's finish this loser. And anyway, even if he dies here, who will care? We'll bury him in the ground and leave." A Chuyun smiles and speaks calmly. "You can all come at me together if you want. But your luck is bad. Today is not the day I die." The moment they charge at him, a Chuyun counters with a single swift strike and knocks them all unconscious instantly. Standing over them, he says, "You all belong to my sect, so I'll let you live this time. But leave before I change my mind." Terrified, Xiaoyu and his men stumble to their feet and run away. While running, Xiaoyu shouts back, "Just wait. We will definitely come back for revenge. Did you hear me? Next time you're definitely dead." The girl stands up and thanks him. "Brother, thank you so much for saving me." A Chuyun smiles lightly. "No need to thank me, just be more careful next." But suddenly he freezes in shock. The system reveals the girl's identity. Her name is Qian. Her destiny appears before his eyes. This girl's future is extraordinary. She will keep growing stronger and stronger, and by the end of her life, people will call her the Heavenly Empress. But during her ascension to the heavens, she will face the heavenly tribulation, and on the 9th day, she will die. In approximately 3 months, a major turning point will come in her destiny. The Empress's soul will awaken inside her body, granting her incredible luck and power. Even the ancestors of Lu sect will take her as their disciple. Qian notices a Chuyun staring at her strangely. "Brother, is something wrong? Why are you looking at me like that?" Yachuan thought. A reincarnation of an empress is standing right in front of me. This means she will become an absolute powerhouse in the future. But her destiny will awaken in 3 months, and I don't even know if I will survive that long. Chia asked again. "Brother, is something troubling you?" Ikoin quickly replied. No, everything is fine." Then he thought, "If I want to rise in the future, I must win her trust and bring her to my side." He took out a blood yuan pill and handed it to her. Ichian said, "Here, take this, it will restore your energy and make you feel even stronger than before." Chia hesitated. "Brother, I am truly grateful, but this pill looks very expensive. I can't accept it. You must have worked very hard to obtain something like this." Ichian gently held her hand and said, "Don't worry. I have already reached the nascent realm. This pill no longer has any effect on me. But for you, It will speed up your recovery. You must learn to protect yourself. No one will always be there to save you. If you become stronger, that alone will make me happy. As the Chuyun walked away, Xiao looked at him with admiration, thinking, Big brother, you are such a good person. I will never forget your kindness. Scene shifts to Xiaoyu and his gang, panting as they retreat through the forest. Xiaoyu said, At least that idiot didn't chase us. Thank God. His men complained in exhaustion. Brother, that sword he used, it was really strange. How did that trash Chuyun get such a powerful weapon? Another asked. Brother, what should we do now? There's no way we can beat him like this. Xiaoyu smirked wickedly. Have you forgotten who my brother is? Once I tell him about this, he'll make sure Chuyun dies a painful death, and that amazing sword will fall right into my hands. That loser is finished. Just wait. When my brother faces him, Chuyun will tremble in fear. Scene shifts to Yuan Pavilion. Aquian walks carefully through a dark corridor, muttering, Why is it so dark here? This place feels dangerous, and there's no one around. Suddenly a voice echoes from behind. Boy, what are you doing here? Startled, Aquian freezes. Big brother, I was just passing through. I didn't mean to intrude. Please forgive me. But when he turned around, he realized he had slipped and fallen straight on top of someone. And that someone was none other than Xiao Tian. Xiaoping shouted in anger. Get off me! Right now! Chuyun laughed awkwardly. Senior brother Xiao, what a coincidence. This is the third time we've run into each other today. Xiao glared. Get out of here. I am not in the mood to listen to your nonsense, and just looking at your face ruins my mood. Next day, Aquian proudly said, Since I broke through to the nascent realm, I'm now an official outer disciple. No more sweeping floors, and now I have my own place too. I can finally enter the sect library as well. Let's see whose destiny shines the brightest here. As he examined the disciples, he sighed coldly. This is all garbage. Not a single one of them has decent luck. Then his eyes fell on a man, Reform. The system revealed. A major turning point is coming in Renfeng's life. Ichiyun reached the Five-Sun Mountain. Opening his eyes after training, he smiled and said, Unbelievable. In just 2 hours I've reached the second stage of the nascent realm. This technique is incredible. It has not only strengthened my swordsmanship, but my body now feels extremely powerful too. The more force I use, the stronger my attacks become. He paused for a moment. Then he said, Let's see what has changed in my destiny now. After checking, his face fell. My outcome, it's still the same. But the turning point has changed. Instead of dying in 1 month, now it says I will die in 28 days. And the cause of death is still the same. Why is my fate not changing? No matter what I do, I still don't even know who my enemy is. Yuchian clenched his fist. I can't sit quietly anymore. I'll gather as many opportunities as I can this month. Each one will increase my chances of survival. Now it's time to go to Lyoka Peak. That's where I'll get Xiaoping Tian's next destiny event. And his destiny is always the best to steal. But as soon as he said that, his foot slipped and he fell straight down from a cliff. Falling down, he muttered bitterly. Ugh, having bad luck is really terrible. If only I were just a normal person, life would have been so easy. Still, I guess it's a blessing that I already broke through. If my body wasn't this strong, I would have died already. As soon as he landed, Yuchian sniffed the air and frowned. A strong smell of blood is coming from that cave. I should check what's going on inside. The further he walked in, the stronger the smell became. Suddenly, Yuchian stepped on something soft. Looking down, he froze. Dozens of corpses were scattered across the floor. Before he could react, a voice shouted, Who's there? From the shadows, an elder and 2 disciples appeared. The elder introduced himself. Lian Ping, elder of foreign affairs from the Luncheon sect. He looked at Yuchian and said, You belong to our sect, right? Judging by your clothes, you're an outer disciple. What are you doing here? Are you on a mission? Yuchian quickly bowed and replied, Elder, I came here by mistake. I fell from the nearby cliff, and after smelling blood, I followed the scent to investigate. A disciple, Wang Xing, frowned suspiciously. Judging by your cultivation, you're only in the nascent realm, and yet you survived falling from such a height without any injuries. That's strange. I don't trust you. Elder Qingping scolded him. Enough, Wang Xing. We've lost many disciples on this mountain today, and we still don't know the reason. We're already short on manpower. If this boy can help us, he might be useful. Then he ordered. Wang Xing, Yichuan, both of you go to the left side of the cave and check for survivors. Many disciples are still missing. Ichi Yunnan nodded. Understood, Elder. Smiling lightly, he said to Wang Xing. Senior brother, let's go. After walking a short distance, Wang Xing groaned in pain. Little brother, I think I've sprained my ankle. You go ahead without me. I'll catch up once I recover. Yuchian thought to himself, what an idiot. He doesn't even realize that he's missing a huge opportunity that lies ahead. As Yuchian went deeper into the cave, he muttered. He just handed his destiny to me simply because he was too lazy to continue. If he kept going, he would have met someone important, someone who could help him greatly in the future. But since he gave up, that opportunity is now mine. A little later, Yuchian noticed a faint glow between the rocks and an unconscious man lying beside it. Yuchian said, So this must be the man the system mentioned. He's still breathing. If the system says he's important for my future, then his identity must be extraordinary. Right then, the system displayed information, name, Dua Hong. Fate, exceptional. In the end, he will travel to Sunset Valley, where he will die at the hands of a god. But before that, he will become an immortal king, and die alongside a very famous legendary woman. Right now, he is at a turning point. Inside this cave, he is destined to obtain a powerful item, the Mystic Yuan embryo. Yikian's eyes widened. So he was supposed to find an artifact here, the Mystic Yuan embryo. He lightly slapped Dan Hong's cheek. Hey, senior brother, wake up. But the man did not move. Yikian let out a cold sigh. Looks like he's truly unconscious. Well, since he's not using this opportunity, I'll just take it for myself. He began searching the area, and after only a few minutes he found it. Here it is, the Yuan embryo, and wait, there's also a book beside it. He examined them carefully. Incredible. This embryo contains the energy of both heaven and earth. I'll store these for now. They'll be useful later. A little while later, Yuchian called the others, and everyone gathered again. Elder Qingping said, Good work, everyone. This boy's life is not in danger, but the injury on his head is very serious. We must take him back to the sect for treatment immediately. Fan Kun and Wang Xing, you two will stay here and guard the cave. Make sure no one else enters. And you, Yuchian, you did very well today. He handed him a token. Keep this as a reward. When you return to the sect, you can exchange it for a valuable prize. Yuchian bowed respectfully and smiled. Thank you, Elder. At the same time, he thought to himself. All my current tasks are complete. Now it's time to go to Lu Peak and steal Xiaoping Tian's destiny. A little later, Yikian reached a waterfall and smiled. No one knows about Liuka Peak. The truth is, it's hidden behind this waterfall. This is one of Lu Sect's secret inheritance grounds. Anyone who enters here can obtain our sect's ancient inheritance. A month later, Xiaoping Tian was destined to discover this place. But thanks to my system, I found out earlier, he used his energy to split the waterfall into two and entered the cave. Good. There are no guards here today. They must have gone to investigate the Five Sun Mountain incident, where so many of our people were killed for no reason. Judging by the energy here, the inheritance trial must already be activated. Let's see what fortune is written in my destiny this time. With that, Yikian stepped into the trial. Inside, he found himself in an enormous realm. In the sky stood a powerful ancient master, who spoke in a thunderous voice. Compared to heaven itself, I am even stronger. Then with a single strike, that master destroyed countless figures standing below him. Yiqian's eyes widened. So this is one of the top cultivators of our Lua sect from ancient times. His power is terrifying. The ancestor's spirit turned toward Yiqian and spoke. Boy, you should not have come here. If you want to leave this place alive, turn back now. If you stay, only death awaits you. Yiqian drew his sword. His attack is insanely powerful. Even though he didn't target me directly, just the pressure alone makes it hard to breathe. The ancestor frowned. You're very stubborn, boy, and I don't like stubborn people. He unleashed a terrifying barrage of attacks. Yiqian barely blocked them. Each strike was heavier than the last. Still, he shouted in pain. Running away is not an option for me. Even if my destiny says I will die in a month, I will fight to survive. If I want to become the strongest among everyone, then I must endure this, no matter what happens. A massive explosion echoed throughout the entire cave. The master, feeling the aftermath, said, Did I use too much power? Looks like I went a bit too far and killed the boy. But that isn't my fault. This was a test of strength. If he couldn't withstand even a tiny fraction of my power, then how could he possibly handle my full inheritance? My last attack was very strong. Next time I'll hold myself back. But then, to his surprise, he saw Yiqian still standing, barely, but alive. The master laughed in admiration. You truly are remarkable, child. Only those with an unshakable will can advance on the path of the sword. A person without determination can never achieve true cultivation. Very good. I have been waiting for someone like you for 100 years. The master extended his hand, and immense energy flowed into Yiqian's body. The master said, Listen carefully. I have granted you the Great River Sword technique, a technique with 12 layers. If you master all 12, I can guarantee that one day you will reach the immortal level. Along with that, I have left you another art, the King Sword technique, a supreme sword skill that can take you to the absolute peak of sword cultivation. But I only possess the first 5 layers. It is said that the remaining layers are somewhere deep within the southern forests. And one final warning, never practice these 2 techniques together. Choose only one. Mixing them may destroy your body and your soul. Yiqian smiled confidently. Choices are for children. People like me, we take everything. A few days later. Elder Qinping asked. Fan, did you find Yiqian? Fan shook his head. Elder, we searched every area, but he was nowhere to be found. Then suddenly they saw a familiar figure walking toward them. Fan gasped. Wait, is that Yiqian? He looks completely different, more handsome, and his aura feels much stronger. Elder Qinping stepped forward. Yiqian, where have you been these past few days? Yiqian calmly replied. Elder, I went down the mountain for special training. I followed my schedule exactly and returned on time. May I ask, did you need something from me? Qinping nodded. Yes. Follow me. Our sect leader wants to meet you. They entered the main hall of Yunja Pavilion. Inside, Yiqian saw a familiar face. Senior brother Duanhong, you're here too? Duanhong smiled. Yes, junior brother Yiqian. We meet again. I never got the chance to personally thank you for saving my life that day. Yiqian answered politely. There is no need to thank me, senior brother. I simply did what was right. At that moment, sect leader Gusanda turned toward him. So you are Yiqian? Yiqian thought silently, this man's aura, it's unbelievable. He bowed deeply. Greetings, sect leader. Sect leader Gusanda smiled. You are an impressive young man, Yiqian. Among all our outer disciples, you stand out the most. In 3 days, the grand intersect competition will take place, and I want you to participate. I am placing my trust in you, Yiqian. Do not disappoint me. Yiqian thought quietly, what exactly is the sect leader planning? Elder Qinping said. In just a few days, the intersect competition will begin. Whoever performs best in that competition will receive truly remarkable rewards. The sect leader has personally instructed that you must participate, and you must win. Duanhong himself recommended you. Yiqian smiled gratefully. Thank you very much, sect leader, and thank you too, Senior Brother Duanhong. I won't disappoint either of you, Gusanda said. You both may leave now. As Chuyun turned to go, Gusanda looked at Elder Qin and asked, Elder Qin, regarding the Five Sun Mountain Cave incident, where so many of our disciples were killed, have we discovered who was responsible? Elder Qin bowed. Sect leader, we still don't have the complete information. But during our investigation, we learned that members of the Red Ghost sect were seen near our area multiple times. There is a strong chance they ambushed and killed our disciples. Gusanda's expression hardened. If that is true, continue the investigation and keep a close watch on the Red Ghost sect. Those fools have always been our enemies. They have never stopped plotting against us. Scene shifts to Yuchiyun's residence. Yuchiyun was sitting in deep meditation. No matter what happens, I must win this competition. If I get first place, I will become an inner disciple, and that would be a huge step forward for me. He smiled slightly. In just 4 days, I've made incredible progress. I've already mastered 3 layers of the Great River Sword technique and 2 levels of the King's Sword technique. Only 4 days of focused practice pushed my cultivation to the 8th level of the nascent realm. And while training in Lu Cave, I also obtained a rare mental technique, the Mind Flower Sword technique, which helps keep my mind stable during battles. Even after all this, my destiny still hasn't changed. If I want to survive, I must work even harder. Suddenly, Ichiyunan sensed something behind him. A stone flew straight toward his head. He quickly caught it midair and threw it back with force. A calm voice echoed from above. Good reflexes. Impressive technique. Yuchiyun looked up and saw an old master sitting on a tree branch. The old man smiled lightly and said, Young man, your body is quite remarkable. Looks like I wasn't wrong about you. At that very moment, Ichiyunan's system activated, and information appeared in front of him. Name Danpinghu. Nature, kind-hearted and righteous. 100 years ago, he was a great cultivator of the boundless realm. He was severely injured in a battle, and ever since then, he has been quietly living in the Luolan sect, hiding his true identity. Very few people know how truly powerful he really is. Ichiyunan thought, so this old man is actually one of the hidden seniors of the sect. Hardly anyone knows how strong he is. Then the system displayed more. Host's fate is shifting. The dark star that had been blocking your destiny has now been removed. Your fate has risen from L-star fate to purple fate, an extremely auspicious destiny. Ichiyunan narrowed his eyes. My fate has changed. But it's not enough. It still says I will die in 30 days. Well, for now I can't do anything about that. What I need to understand first is, why has this martial elder come here looking for me? He looked at the old man and said, Senior, do you have any advice for me? Pinga laughed warmly. I knew you were sharp. You obtained the ancient legacy of the sect, didn't you? That means you surely have great potential. He tossed a small jade scroll toward Ichiyunan. This is the Supreme Swirl technique. Your yuan energy is unstable right now. If you use this technique, it will help stabilize your core and make your training more effective. Think of your body as a furnace. The more balanced your energy is, the more power it can produce. Ichiyunan bowed deeply. Thank you, Senior. Pinga waved his hand. No need to thank me. I work in the sect's inner pavilion, where I oversee cultivation research. If you ever need help or guidance, come find me there. I'm old now, and talking to promising youngsters like you makes me feel alive again. Ichiyunan smiled. Then I will definitely come meet you again, Senior. As soon as Ichiyunan left, Pinga watched him and muttered, That boy, his heart is good. After so many years, the true legacy of our sect has finally found a worthy successor. I'm glad it's someone like him. 3 days later, the intersect competition arena was filled with disciples. A man said, Did you hear? This year the rewards are insane. The winner will get a rare divine pill of ascension, and a special cultivation ticket for training in the heavenly chambers. Another disciple added excitedly, That's not all. I also heard an elder who had been in seclusion for decades has returned. He announced that whoever wins this competition will become his personal disciple. This is huge. It could completely change someone's fate. Ichiyunan looked around and thought, so that's why there's such a massive crowd. But honestly, just standing here waiting is boring. Suddenly, someone slapped his shoulder. Hey boy! This spot is mine. Move, or I'll beat you and break your teeth. Ichiyunan glanced at him and coldly said, Don't cut the line, or I'll cut you. The man's face turned red with rage. Oh? What did you just say? Looks like you're tired of living. Ichiyunan moved so fast that no one even saw him. One punch. And the man was sent flying. Everyone around was shocked. Whoa! Wasn't that guy one of the favorites? And he got beaten with a single punch? The crowd buzzed with noise. Did you see that? That guy didn't even get a chance. This new kid is insanely strong. On the viewing platform above, Rookin said. That boy, he's powerful. Beside him, Elderkin narrowed his eyes. We'll see. He's reckless. Maybe he's just a lucky fool. If he gets eliminated before my test, it will be better for everyone else. Then the host announced excitedly. There will be 4 rounds in the inter-sect competition. In the first round, 100 participants will enter the stage and fight freely. Anyone who falls off the stage will be immediately eliminated. Only the top 30 will advance. You can think of the first round as the tournament of power. Ichiyunan released his power and said confidently, I've watched the entire tournament of power. Just like Jiren, I will stand in my place, and I'm sure no one will be able to move me. The host announced, The first round is over. The top 30 participants have qualified. Ichiyunan thought to himself, if I didn't have the system, I would have been knocked off the stage like everyone else. Even though my luck is terrible, as long as I have this system, I can fix everything. The second round began. According to the luck draw, competitors fought one by one. Only 12 participants would remain afterward. Ichiyunan dominated the entire round again, undefeated. After the third round, the host announced, We now have the top 6. Ichiyunan smiled. This was easier than I expected. I didn't think the round would go this smoothly. In the audience, people whispered among themselves. Looks like everyone has already submitted to Ichiyunan. Another said, Wait, why isn't Zhao-kun competing again this year? He's been entering this tournament for 8 years straight and hasn't won even once. I wonder when he'll finally give up. Ichiyunan looked at Zhao-kun and thought. He's been participating for 8 years and never advanced even once. Something must be wrong with his luck. He activated his system to check, and was stunned. This man's luck was even worse than his own. The system displayed. Fate, extremely unfortunate. Throughout his entire life, he will achieve nothing but failure. 1,000 years from now he will finally succeed, but he will die just 1 hour afterward. However, he is about to reach a turning point. He will soon obtain a jade pendant that will slightly alter his destiny. Ichiyunming let out a slow breath. Poor guy. Even his one success will come far too late. Zhao Qin called out. Jun, your brother! Come on, let's start our match! Ichiyunan nodded. Even if his fate is rotten, his determination isn't. I can't see someone this resolute as weak. Zhao Qin threw a fistful of dice-like talismans toward Ichiyunan, and used his chi to enlarge them until they filled half the stage. Ichiyunan calmly smashed them all one after another with his bare hands. The spectators were stunned. Wow! Ichiyunan broke all the dice in just a few punches. He was an outer disciple for 3 years. But now it looks like he will definitely become an inner disciple this time. Zhao Qin shouted. That was just a warm-up. Now I'll show you my real technique. I've trained for 7 years. He leapt forward, but the moment he moved, his foot twisted, and he fell off the stage. He was instantly eliminated. Crying, he said, Not again. This happens every year. Ichiyunan blinked in disbelief. Wait, did I just win? Up in the stands, the sect leader Gu Sanda smiled. This year's tournament is much more entertaining than last year. We truly have some talented disciples. He turned to the elder beside him and asked, "What do you think about that girl?" The elder replied, "She's strong, proud, and a little arrogant. Yes, she's ambitious too, but her personality and her strength don't fully match." Gu Sanda nodded. "And what about Rukin?" The elder responded, "He's talented in cultivation, but he lacks long-term vision. He can achieve much, but not greatness." The sect leader sighed. "I thought one of those two would meet Elder Hongshu's expectations. But it seems neither meets his standard." But Elder Hongshu smiled slightly. "That's not true. There is one disciple who has caught my attention." Gu Sanda was shocked. Elder Hongshu, also called the ancestor of the Lua sect, hardly ever showed interest in anyone. Third round, Chuyun versus Yakian. Yakian smirked as she stepped forward. "So you are Chuyun. I've heard quite a lot about you. Reaching this far is impressive. But your next match is against me, and this is where your so-called luck ends." The audience whispered excitedly. "Yakian is the strongest among the outer sect disciples. Everyone says she's the favorite to win this year. Looks like Ichiyunan is finally going to lose." Yakian said coolly, "I'll give you one chance to surrender. Admit defeat now, and you can save your dignity. You've already won many rounds, so even if you give up here, you'll still make it to the fourth round." Ichiyuan smirked. "You say my luck has run out. Honestly, I never had any luck to begin with. Everything I achieved with my strength." Yakian raised an eyebrow. "Fine. But don't cry later when you realize how stupid that was. I gave you a chance." With that, the fight began. Yakian launched several strikes with lightning speed, but Ichiyunan used his river flow swirl technique to block them. Yakian's eyes widened. How is this possible? He's using a wooden sword. How can he block my attacks with that? Ichiyunan thought, my chi is fluctuating like crazy. I can barely control it. This must be because I'm using two techniques at the same time. Yakian charged again. You blocked my first attack, impressive. But let's see if you can handle this. Ichiyunan activated his 7-layer sword technique. His wooden sword began to glow faintly. The audience couldn't believe it. He's insane. He's fighting Yakian head-on, with a wooden sword? There's no way he can win. She's too strong. But Yakian also began hesitating. Where is this overwhelming energy coming from? How can a boy like him have such force? Then, Ichiyunan's wooden sword snapped in the middle. Yakian seized the opportunity, rushed forward, and struck. Her blade stabbed straight through Ichiyunan's shoulder. She smiled coldly. Reaching the top 12 was your peak, Ichiyan. Wanting more than that is greed, and that's exactly why I'll stop you here. Yakian said. Ichiyan, you truly are a powerful competitor. But you are still far, far behind me. Sect leader Gawanda nodded thoughtfully. I expected this. Yakian has always been the strongest among the outer sect disciples. The fact that Ichiyunan lasted this long against her is already impressive. But Elder Hongyu said coldly, Gawanda, it seems your judgment has grown blurry. Your perception is affected by bias. Ichiyunan's weapon is nothing more than a simple wooden sword, while Yakian is using a powerful magical blade. Even with such an advantage, Ichiyan hasn't been seriously injured. He is using the 7-sword technique, and I know very well the true nature of that power. This boy is hiding his real strength. He doesn't want anyone here to know how strong he actually is. He is pretending to be injured. He hasn't used even half of his real power. Just watch. Soon you'll see how terrifying he truly is. Ichiyan slowly stood up, dusting off his shoulder. Yakian, you started celebrating a bit too early. At least wait until I actually fall. Yakian looked shocked. You're not injured? Ichiyunan thought to himself, all of this started because of that old man Pingzu. When our swords clashed for the first time, I heard his voice echoing in my mind. He told me, if you want to stay in the sect and grow stronger, you must do 2 things. First, win this competition. Second, never accept any elder as your master. Ichiyunan frowned inwardly. Why did he tell me not to accept a master? Does he want me to follow his cultivation path? But he's right. I have a unique inheritance that only he and I know about. If I train under another elder, I'll be exposed immediately. So for now, I have to follow his advice. He looked at Yakian, his eyes steady. I originally planned to enter the inner sect with 6th place. But now I've changed my goal. I want the number 1 position. And if I become number 1, then it definitely won't be you. Yakian glared in anger. You don't even have a sword anymore. How will you fight me? Ichiyunan smiled faintly. You are talented, yes. But let's be honest, your family background gave you everything. Without that privilege, you never would have made it this far. Yakian's face darkened with rage. How dare you insult me? She coated her sword with blood, activating her blood blade technique, and rushed forward to attack. But just as her strike was about to land, Ichiyunan summoned a faint blue aura, and suddenly a cold flame sword appeared in his hand. Yakian froze mid-attack. Where did that sword come from? Ichiyan blocked her strike effortlessly and counterattacked, pushing Yakian back so hard that a wound opened on her hand. Yakian stared in disbelief. This energy, it's completely different from before. He's changed. If he wanted to, he could finish this fight in a single moment. Ichiyunan stepped forward, expression calm but fierce. Yakian, you are far too weak. With a single strike, Yakian was sent flying off the stage. The crowd was in complete shock. What just happened? Did the strongest outer disciple just lose in one hit? That Chuyun, is he even human? How did he become so powerful in just a few days? After the match, the host began pairing opponents for the next round. A disciple, Jipping, checked the list. My opponent is Ichiyen? In that case, I'll surrender before the fight even starts. The crowd murmured. You're giving up already? Jipping shrugged. People call me stupid, but actually I'm pretty smart. If even Yakian couldn't beat him, what chance do I have? Besides, my current rank is already good enough. He looked at Ichiyan. Brother Ichiyan, good luck. I'm sure you'll take first place. After a few more matches, the final results were announced. 4th place, Jipping. 3rd place, Lin Rukin. 2nd place, Yakian. 1st place, Ichiyan. Then the host declared. Now we begin our special challenge round. Inner disciples will come forward and challenge these new ranking winners. If an inner disciple loses, they will be expelled from the inner sect, and their position will be given to the challenger. The first to step forward was Xia Yulong, elder brother of Xia Yu. Yulong smiled. Junior brothers and sisters, long time no see. The crowd cheered. Brother Yulong is amazing. He was the first among us to enter the inner sect. No doubt he'll put on a great show again. From the crowd, Xia Yu shouted nervously. Big brother. You're incredible, but you don't know who your opponent is. Please don't fight him. Just withdraw. Yulong smiled confidently. Little brother, don't worry. Today, I'll avenge you. You've endured too much humiliation. I'll fix everything. Tears filled Xia Yu's eyes. It's over. He doesn't understand. Ichiyunan's strength is on a completely different level, the host announced. Inner disciples may now choose their opponents. Yulong pointed straight at Ichiyunan. I choose him. He stepped forward. Boy, before this match, I already spoke with the elder. You humiliated my younger brother. Now I'll take revenge in front of everyone. The audience whispered nervously. Yulong has made a huge mistake. Because of Yu's pride, he's going to lose his status and become an outer disciple again. In the stands, Xia Yu clenched his fists, tears falling. Big brother. I'm sorry. I tried to stop you, but I couldn't. Yulong looked at Aiken and smirked. I'll give you one chance. Right here, in front of everyone, get on your knees. Admit your mistakes. Put your sword on the ground and walk away. Do this, and I won't hurt you. Otherwise, I'll destroy you, and you'll never be able to show your face again. Acting a little nervous, Aiken said. Aki's words really did scare me, but still, I will fight. Yulong replied angrily. I gave you a generous offer, but you refused it. Fine. Now there will be no mercy. Today, in front of everyone, I'll beat you so badly that no one will ever dare insult my family again. But before Yulong's attack could even connect, Yunan easily dodged every strike with perfect precision. Yulong gritted his teeth. Your speed is impressive. I'll admit that. But tell me, boy, how do you plan to fight without a sword? Ikian smirked. To deal with a rat like you, I don't need a sword. Then, with blinding speed, he punched forward. A terrifying blow that shattered Yulong's technique in midair. Yulong's attack completely disintegrated under the pressure of Ikoyan's fist. Yulong's eyes widened in disbelief. He started gasping for breath. How is this even possible? He blocked a sword strike with his bare hands. Ikoyan moved again and delivered a heavy shockwave that sent Yulong flying backward. The audience whispered in amazement. The game is over. Yulong is finished. Ichiyun's attacks are horrifying. Just one strike, and he overwhelmed him completely. As Yulong's body was being thrown out of the arena, he trembled and grabbed Ichiyun's ankle. Ichiyun looked down at him coldly. What is this? You still haven't accepted defeat? He grabbed Yulong and smashed him onto the stage again and again. Koa shouted. Ikoyan, stop! Yulong is unconscious. You don't need to continue. Spectators whispered. He's clearly taking revenge, but for what? Ikian said calmly. I would have stopped. But Brother Yulong still hadn't admitted defeat. Brother Xia Yulong wants to continue. So go on, say it, and we will continue. Shaking and crying, Yulong gasped. And no, please, no more. I admit my defeat, right here in front of everyone. The entire crowd fell silent. This was the most humiliating defeat anyone had ever witnessed. Xia Yu covered his face and whispered, I'm sorry, brother, please forgive me. Special announcement. The host stepped forward and announced, The inner sect competition now ends. 4 disciples have qualified for entry into the inner sect. As promised, all 4 will receive extraordinary rewards. But in addition, there is a special announcement. The crowd grew restless as they looked toward Elder Hung Shu. That's Elder Hung Shu, the one who has lived in seclusion for years. She's from Qingxia Peak, right? Sect leader Guanda said. Yes. Elder Hung Shu of Qingxia Peak is here today to select a personal disciple. Hearing this, Ikian's eyes sparkled with excitement. Elder Hung Shu looked at Ikian and said, Ikian, I have decided that I want to take you as my personal disciple. I won't claim that I am the greatest sword master in the world, but there are only a handful of people alive who can stand against me. If you accept me as your master, you will gain immense benefits in the future, and under my guidance, you will never have to face defeat. Besides, Qingxia Peak has many female disciples. If you accept, I can even arrange a suitable marriage for you. The crowd gasped. What? Qingxia Peak has never accepted a male disciple before. She's breaking her sect rules for him. He's unbelievably lucky. If he joins her, his entire destiny will change. Yunan took a deep breath and replied respectfully. Elder Hung Shu, I thank you sincerely for your offer. I entered this competition to prove myself and earn a chance to become a sect disciple. But to be honest, I do not need a master. The entire hall fell silent. He continued, So, Elder Hung Shu, please forgive me, but I must decline. The arena erupted in shocked voices. No one had ever refused an offer from Qingxia Peak. Elder Hung Shu's face turned serious. What did you just say, boy? Guanda interrupted. Child, don't be foolish. Elder Hung Shu hasn't taken a personal disciple in decades. Do you realize how rare this opportunity is? If you reject her now, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. Think carefully before you speak again. Ichiyun lowered his head. Sect leader. I'm not joking. I'm telling the truth. I don't want to become anyone's personal disciple. Being accepted into the inner sect itself is already a huge honor for me. Elder Hung Shu, I am grateful for your offer. but I must respectfully decline. Everyone was stunned into silence. After a pause, Elder Hongshu let out a soft laugh. This boy, truly interesting. I didn't expect anyone in this sect to have the courage to reject me. So now I know what rejection feels like. She turned to the sect leader. Very well. If he refuses to become my personal disciple, so be it. But since he has proven his ability, I will still make him an official inner sect disciple. Later, library scene. Ichiyan thought to himself. I can't believe I managed to anger such a beautiful and powerful woman. All because of that old man Pingzu. Well, nothing can be changed now. If I want to survive, I must follow the system. He activated his system to scan Elder Hongshu's fate. Fate summary: Hongshu will become one of the greatest cultivators of her era. But when she faces the heavenly Tao, she will fail. A turning point is approaching. She has forgotten her jade pendant at Kingxia Peak. A relic extremely important to her destiny. Ichiyan frowned. Her end is near. That pendant may be the key to her survival. Scene shifts. Internal Affairs Pavilion Library. A Chuyun was sitting with his head lowered on a table. Elder Pingju came over and asked, What's the matter, boy? You won the competition, didn't you? You received the calamity pill, and you gained the right to study any martial art in the library. So why are you sitting here crying instead of celebrating? A Chuyun wiped his tears and said, That's because I angered Elder Hongshu. Everyone knows Kingxia Peak only accepts female disciples, and yet she still offered to take me under her, and I rejected her. You don't understand how much pain I feel inside. Elder Pingju said softly, Stop crying, child. I promise you, within just 1 month, I will push you into the Yuha realm. Hearing this, a Chuyun's face lit up with joy. Master Pingju, really? You're serious? Pingju smiled. Of course I'm serious. Didn't I tell you to reject Hongshu's offer? Do you think I would say that without a plan? Come. Let's go to the 3rd floor of the library. And select a book for you. Now everything depends on your luck. Let's see what technique you get, a Chuyun thought to himself. To step on the 3rd floor normally requires extremely high status. At least the position of a master's personal disciple. But I'm getting access so easily. This old man is truly something special. After searching for half an hour, Pingju sighed impatiently. How long have you been standing here? You still haven't found a book? Hurry up and pick one. I'm getting bored. Ekian replied. There are so many fighting techniques here. But I don't want anything related to brute combat. What I'm looking for is a movement technique, something that improves agility and speed. A few here look interesting, but I can't decide which one to choose. Pingju watched him thoughtfully. This boy is smarter than most. Even though he is a sword cultivator, he still values other disciplines. Most sword cultivators make a huge mistake. They ignore body refinement and movement techniques, which stops their growth later. But this one, he understands balance. Still, he looks confused. I should help him. Pingju reached toward a book and handed it to a Chuyun. This one. Its name is the Soul Step Technique. Once you master it, your steps will become light like air. It is an upper-grade earthly movement technique. It can greatly increase your speed and flexibility. Even for master-level cultivators, perfecting it is difficult. But if you master it, no one will be able to catch you. Echo Yunnan bowed deeply. Thank you very, very much, Master. No matter how difficult it is, I will learn it. I promise. Then he asked curiously. By the way, old man Pingju, do you know Elder Hongshu personally? Pingju nodded. Yes, I know her. But why are you asking? Achuyan said. I offended her earlier, so I wanted to properly apologize. Do you know how I can make her forgive me? Pingju's expression softened. Hongshu, yes, sometimes I feel sorry for her. She used to be such a kind and cheerful woman, always putting her disciples first. She gave them every opportunity she could. Because of her, her disciples achieved incredible heights. Everyone believed she would one day attain greatness, But that same success became her curse. Her disciples' progress drew attention, and soon the enemy sects hunted them down and killed them one by one. In the end, all her disciples died. Chuyun's eyes widened in shock. All of them? Not even one survived? Pinju nodded seriously. Yes. Elder Hongshu was deeply attached to her disciples. Losing them broke her completely. That's why she hasn't taken another disciple for years. To be honest, becoming her disciple is dangerous. Not because of her, but because of the curse that follows her. No ordinary person can take that risk, Pinju then warned him. And also, don't talk too much about Hongshu. If she hears you discussing her, she might attack you on the spot. Remember, she is one of the senior-most members of our sect. The other elders even call her the Lui ancestor. Chuyun's eyes widened. She is the Lui ancestor, he thought to himself. I remember reading in Kyan's notes that she is destined to become Kyan's master. If I can somehow make them meet before fate naturally brings them together, it will benefit me. Maybe then Elder Hongshu will forgive me. Scene shifts, White Leaf Peak. This was the mountain where all the female disciples lived. One girl said weakly, Jian, I'm not feeling well at all today. Please, can you do my chores for me? Jian protested. Senior Sister Jean, you've been saying that for days. If the elders find out I'm doing your work, I'll be punished. Jean replied lazily. Oh, don't worry. The elders are too busy to notice. They are all preoccupied with the recent competition. So just do my work. Okay? A nearby disciple said excitedly. Speaking of the competition, I went to watch it, and it was incredible. There was a senior named Chuyun. His performance was unbelievable. Everyone thought Kyan would win first place, but Chuyun defeated all his opponents easily. And when Elder Hongshu herself came to take him as her disciple, he actually refused her in front of everyone. The girls were shocked. He refused Elder Hongshu? The girl said. Yes. He said he didn't even need a master. He looked so cool when he said it. It takes real guts to say that. Sir crossed her arms. Elder Hongshu must not have offered him anything special. That's all. Remember how our leader worked so hard just to win senior brother Xiao Pingyan? She offered him everything she had. Jian said softly. I already knew senior brother Chuyun was amazing. He's strong, talented, and not arrogant at all. If he rejected Elder Hongshu, I'm sure he has a good reason. The girls burst into laughter. Oh, listen to her. She's talking like she knows him personally. Sin smirked. Careful, Jean. Don't say his name so casually. If someone hears you calling him senior brother Chuyun, you'll get into trouble. You'll never get close to someone like him anyway. Even senior cultivators can't stand before him. He's far, far out of your reach. Jian shook her head firmly. No. That's not true. I've met him before, and he's actually really kind. He's not arrogant at all. The girls laughed louder. Sure. You probably saw him in a dream. Sin laughed. My cousin knows senior brother Chuyun personally, and she's told me so much about him. So trust me. I know more than you do. Stop bragging. Right at that moment, Chuyun himself entered the hall and said, I'm looking for Jian. Is she here? All the girls froze. Their eyes widened in absolute shock. Wait. Senior brother Chuyun, he's here, at our peak? Xian immediately stood up and said, Senior brother, did you come here to meet me? Ichian frowned. Sorry, who are you? I didn't come for you. I came to meet Jian. I have something important to discuss with her. Xian's face turned red with embarrassment. She stammered, But senior brother, Jian is on duty today. You can't just take her like that. Ichian's tone became sharp. Oh? So now I need your permission to talk to someone? Do you think you have the authority to speak to your seniors with such arrogance? Xian panicked at once and bowed deeply. I'm so sorry, senior brother. Please forgive me. Jian can go with you, absolutely. We'll take over her duty. Scene shift. Later, Jian was walking nervously beside Ichuyan. Senior brother, where are we going? Ichuyan smiled lightly. Sorry, I forgot to tell you. Jian quickly said. No, it's fine. You've already helped me so much. After everything you've done, I will do anything to repay you. Ichuyan thought quietly, this girl is truly amazing. Ever since I gave her those 4 blood spirit pills, she has broken through 4 cultivation layers and unlocked her secret body. From now on, her growth will be incredible. Then Ichuyan spoke seriously. Junior sister, you probably know that a few days ago I refused Elder Hingshu's offer to take me as her disciple. She was genuinely offended by that. Now the only way for me to make peace with her is to bring her a new disciple to train. If I fail, I might land in huge trouble. So, are you willing to become her disciple for my sake? Jian stared at him completely stunned. Wait, you want me to become Elder Hingshu's disciple? She asked, trembling. Ichuyan nodded earnestly. Yes. Please do this for me, just help me this once. Even if Elder Hingshu rejects us, it's fine. At least we tried. Honestly, in the entire Lua sect, you're the only female disciple I know. So you're the only one who can help me right now. Jian hesitated, thinking if I refuse him, no one will be left to help. Everyone knows Elder Hingshu is extremely powerful and short-tempered. If she gets angry and attacks him, he won't survive. To save his life, I have no choice but to help. Finally she said softly, All right, senior brother. I will help you. Ichuyan smiled. Good. We will meet Elder Hingshu soon. When you meet her, give her this pendant. She has been looking for it for a long time. If you hand it to her personally, she will be pleased. Jian looked at the pendant curiously. Brother, where did you get this? Ichuyan replied casually. Oh, that's a long story. I'll tell you later. Quietly he thought, actually, the pendant belonged to her. I picked it up after defeating that old fool. Poor guy. How unlucky. Scene shift. Entrance of Qingxia Peak. Ichuyan stood at the gate and shouted loudly. Elder Hingshu. I've brought an incredible opportunity for you. If you come out right now, I promise you will love what I brought. Jian tugged on his sleeve in embarrassment. Senior brother, please stop shouting. If you keep yelling like this, she will definitely get angry. You're being too loud and, honestly, a little annoying. Just then, a terrifying spiritual attack shot toward them from inside the peak. A woman appeared before Ichuyan, Elder Shengguan, one of the senior elders of Qingxia Peak. Furious, she roared. Who gave you permission to stand before our peak and shout like this? Ichuyan immediately bowed. Elder Shengguan, I didn't mean any disrespect. I only came here because I accidentally offended Elder Hingshu. I just want to apologize and make things right. Nothing more. Shangguan said coldly. So you came to apologize, and this is your method? Bringing with you a girl who's only at the body-tempering realm? Do you really think this child can calm Elder Hingshu? Do you think our elders are fools? I will teach you a lesson myself. Without any warning, she launched a deadly strike at Ichuyan. Ichuyan thought quickly, she's insane. If even one of her attacks hits me, I'm done. But before the blow could land, a sword flashed between them. Dan Hong appeared just in time and blocked the attack. Elder, you cannot attack my junior brother like this. Shangguan's eyes narrowed. You dare block my attack? Dan Hong bowed respectfully. Elder, I understand that my junior brother offended Elder Hingshu. But he came here sincerely to apologize. Attacking him when he seeks reconciliation is wrong. That is why I intervened. Shangguan roared and sent another strike. You are just a disciple. Don't tell me what is right or wrong. Before the clash could escalate further, Elder Hingshu herself appeared. Her presence silenced everyone instantly. Shangguan, what are you doing? Stop at once, or you will end up hurting everyone here. Then she turned toward Ichuyan. Now boy, show me what you brought to prove your sincerity. But listen carefully, if your gift turns out to be worthless, I will personally destroy your soul. Ichuyan bowed deeply. Elder Hingshu, I have brought this junior sister with me. There is no one in the entire sect more worthy than her to become your disciple. Jian's eyes widened. Senior brother, what are you saying? Ichian whispered. Don't worry. Just give her the pendant I gave you. Jian stepped forward nervously. Elder Hingshu, I found this pendant near Kingxia Peak. I thought it might belong to you, so I brought it back. Shangguan scoffed. Ha! This cheap little trinket? It's not made of any valuable material, just plain metal. You two must be desperate to die if you think this will please her. But the moment Elder Hingshu saw the pendant, her expression changed. Her eyes softened. So, it is the same pendant. She looked at Shangguan. Step back. I need to speak with Jian alone. Shangguan frowned. Fine, Elder. But I still think this girl is ordinary. What Chuyun is claiming about her cannot possibly be true. Elder Hengsa said coldly. That's enough, Shangguan. I said step back. I will handle this myself. After Shangguan left, Hengsa gave a faint smile. This child awakened recently, didn't she? Her talent is extraordinary. I can tell she will become extremely powerful in a very short time. Perhaps one of the greatest cultivators in the world. This girl is absolutely not ordinary. The divine flame bloodline flows in her veins, one of the rarest and strongest bloodlines in existence. Jian was stunned. Elder Hengsu, are you talking about me? Hengsa nodded. It seems, Ichiyunan, you were right. You really brought me an exceptional disciple. But tell me, no one gives such a valuable gift for free. What do you want in return? Ichiyan smiled. I knew it, Elder Hengsu, you are extremely clever. I only want one promise. If in the future I ever fall into a life-threatening situation that I cannot escape from myself, will you come to save me? Hengsa smiled softly. So in the end, you are afraid of death, boy. Then she thought inwardly, even Shangguan couldn't recognize Jian's true potential. But Ichiyen instantly saw her bloodline. This boy is fascinating. Finally she said, Very well. Take this golden leaf charm. It will protect your life once. And as a gesture of gratitude, I will make a public announcement. From today onward, both of you are officially part of Kingxia Peak. Ichiyunan, you will not have a master for now, but from this moment you belong to my peak. That means your future responsibility will be ours. However, you must come to my peak at least once every week. If you don't come, I will not guarantee your safety. Tears filled Ichiyunan's eyes. Elder Hingshu, thank you, truly. You don't know how big a favor you've done for me today. Just then Dan Hung approached and said, Brother, looks like everything turned out well. Ichiyunan smiled lightly. Yes, Brother Dan. Thank you. Honestly, if you hadn't stopped Elder Shangguan earlier, I would have been dead by now. Dan Hong waved his hand. Ah, don't mention it. We're brothers after all. I was just passing by anyway. By the way, I saw your fight with Yen, and honestly, it was incredible. You're a remarkable fighter, Ichiyan. Watching that match made my whole day. You haven't been in the inner sect for long, right? How about we train together sometime? I specialize in sword techniques. I can help you learn. Ichiyunan nodded happily. That's a great idea, brother. If we train together, it'll benefit us both. A few days later, Ichiyunan stood alone, looking around. Brother Dan hasn't shown up today. He's usually so punctual with training, but today he's really late. Anyway, I've been practicing with Elder Ping Chu and Brother Dan for so long, and still my cultivation hasn't advanced at all. I'm completely stuck at the 9th level of the nascent realm. Elder Ping Chu had told him that to break through, he needed real combat experience. Mere cultivation wouldn't be enough. But where am I supposed to get an actual fight? Suddenly he saw two disciples running. One of them shouted, 5 Sun Mountain has been attacked. Many of our disciples have been killed, and the elders guarding the area already left to get help. The injured are being brought back, and all remaining sect members are being called to assist. Ichiyan's eyes widened. 5 Sun Mountain was attacked. Brother Dan must have gone there. That's why he didn't show up today. Moments later, Dan Hung arrived. His arm was bandaged and his clothes were torn. Ichiyunan immediately ran to him. Brother Dan, you're injured. Dan smiled lightly. Yeah, nothing serious. I thought you'd be waiting here, so I came to see you. I know your cultivation has been stuck lately, so I brought something for you from the mountain. This rare spirit stone. It will help you break through. Crossing the nascent drum is extremely difficult, so whenever you cultivate, use this. It will give you the boost you need. Ichiyunan's eyes filled again. Brother Dan, you're truly so kind. I've never met someone as selfless as you. Dan's expression turned serious. Listen. This treasure is very valuable. Because of it, both of us could be in danger. If anyone finds out it's with you, they'll come after you. Ichiyunan nodded. I understand, brother. I'll be very careful. But you're injured, please go and rest. I'll practice a little more and then return. Dan nodded and left. But as soon as Ichiyunan resumed training, he suddenly felt a strange presence behind him, as if someone was watching him in hiding. Scene shift. Next morning, Ichiyunan complained irritably. That shadowy bastard ran away. Whoever was watching me last night had bad intentions. Suddenly the nearby bushes rustled. Ichien smirked. Finally, caught you. I've been chasing you all night. Now let's see who you. He leapt forward to attack, but before he could strike, a fist shot out from the bushes and slammed into his chest. Ichiyunan stumbled back. He looked up. It was Xiao Pingtian. Pingtian frowned. Ichiyunan, you're attacking me? Ichiyunan thought bitterly, why does my fate always collide with this guy? And judging from his aura, he's about to get another incredible item. Amazing. He quickly said. Brother Xiao, wait. This is a misunderstanding. I thought you were an intruder. Pingtian crossed his arms. You know this is the back mountain of Yunxia Pavilion, right? No one is allowed to come here. You should leave before you cause more trouble. Before Ichiyunan could reply, a calm but authoritative voice said, Stop. Is that Ichiyunan? Both of them turned. It was Elder Gwenda, the sect leader's assistant. Ichiyunan immediately bowed. Greetings, sect leader. Gwenda smiled. I've heard you've joined Kingxia Peak, haven't you? Ichiyunan nodded. Yes, sir. My master said simple cultivation isn't enough anymore. If I want to become stronger, I need real-world combat experience. That's why I came here. Gwenda looked at Pingtian. Pingtian, take Ichiyunan with you to the Qin family nation. He will assist you, and this will also help him complete the task given by his master, Pingtian immediately said. Sect leader, only one person is enough for the Qin family mission. I can handle it alone. Ichien also tried. Please, sect leader, let him go alone. His skills are far above mine. I might slow him down. Gwenda chuckled lightly. Oh? You really think you're that weak? When it comes to progress, there are hardly any disciples in the entire Lua sect who advance as fast as you. You will go with Pingtian. Consider it a learning opportunity. He has a lot of experience, you can benefit from it. Then he turned away and said, All right. It's decided.